If I rule the world, first I will listen. Because too many crowns have been won by people who never learned the sound of other people's pain. If I rule the world, I would not begin with power. I would begin with memory. I would see the stories my mother carried in her voice. Stories across oceans without ever losing their names. Stories my father held, like sacred ground, refusing to forget, even when the world tried to rename him. If I rule the world, I would redraw the maps, not to divide lands, but to reconnect history. Because somewhere between the colonial ink and borrowed borders, we forget that before countries, there were people. Before passports, there were belongings. Before accents were marked, there was music. If I rule the world, no child will feel like a translation of two identities forced to compete. If I rule the world, no child will feel like a translation of two identities forced to compete. You would not have to choose between where you're from and where you are becoming. If I rule the world, we would measure wealth not just by what we own, but by what we heal. We would ask not, how far did you go, but who did you lift? Because where I'm from, a man is not truly rich if he arrives alone. If I rule the world, I would not promise perfection, but I would promise this. A world where your name is not something you have to defend. A world where your roots are not something you have to hide. A world where your voice does not have to ask for space, it simply belongs. And maybe I do not rule the world, but I rule my voice. I rule my choices. I rule the courage that refuses for fear to decide my future. And if enough of us do the same, then maybe we wouldn't need to rule the world. We would have already changed it. Thank you.